Hey Jason, thanks again for allowing me the chance to take a look at things for you in terms of my services and how I think I can help you. That being said, I'm going to dive into this really, really quick. I'm going to go over a lot of stuff, but I'm going to do it fast because I want to take up the least amount of time as possible for you. So I'm going to dive into a couple of things. When it comes to Google, they take three things into consideration when ranking businesses on their platform in that Google Map pack and on the first page of Google. Three of those things, the first one would be the content that's on your website. The second is backlinks. And the third would be citations. First off, I'm going to go over content real quick with you. So we're going to start with your website. I love the design. I think it's a beautifully laid out website. I love the colors, how spray foam just jumps out at you. I would recommend adding some click buttons like click to call, because 9 times out of 10 people that are searching for your services, they're usually on their cell phones. They just want that quick click to call button, and I'm not seeing that on here currently. Outside of that's besides the fact of Google. I just figured I'd throw that out there too, though. Google, what they do is they'll send their bots and they'll scan everybody's website on the internet, and they look for particular things when it comes to your content on your webpage. The first thing that they'll look for is that you have at least 1,000 to 1,500 words, and you're at about 820. So I would recommend getting your homepage up to at least 1,000 to 1,500 words. That'll help you out with Google's algorithms. Also throwing in specific keyword content in there as well. That'll yell out to Google, hey, we want to rank in this area for these specific search terms. Another thing that they take into consideration is the naming conventions of your images. This is a way that you can optimize on the search engine. So for example, these images that you have here, you would typically want to have them saved as a specific keyword like Spokane insulation or insulation Spokane. That also helps Google's algorithm recognize your website, and it kind of tells them your story and what you're trying to rank for. So I would also recommend changing these images and how they're saved as, so that way it shows to Google that you're trying to rank for those specific keywords. Moving on, I'm going to take a look at one of your top competitors, which is Pacific Insulation. When I take a look at all the content on their webpage, they are around like the 645 range. However, they're doing great. They do have their images saved as specific keywords in here, so like home wall insulation. However, I would recommend adding in like the actual location. That would be better off. But when you scroll down here and we take a look at this image, I think, and we do save as Insulation Contractor Spokane. So moving on from that, when you take a look at your Google business profile, you can really, really leverage this. Pacific Insulation is in the first spot in a lot of places, and this is what I particularly specialize in. So when I look up Insulation Spokane, you're not in the top 3 of the Google Map pack, but I could get you there. When I look in here, I have to click more, and then I have to scroll down, and you're down here is quite a way. Here you are, Profoam of Spokane. You're in the 10th position. So this is what I specialize in. I have a client that's up there in Bonners Ferry, and I have him ranking in Google. He's given me permissions to share these stats, by the way. I'm not just going out there blasting my client's information, but I do have a client up there in Spokane, or not Spokane, in Bonners Ferry, and I have him in the top 3 map pack. I have him in the 3rd position, 2nd position, 3rd position, 2nd position, 2nd position, and then also down in Sandpoint, I have him ranking too. And then all here is his organic ranking, for example, on the first page of Google. So when I go back, I guess I'll click this back button here. And so Insulation Contractor Spokane, they are the ones that's ranking organically in the 1st position in Google when I look up Insulation Spokane. So these numbers here are the exact same thing for my client that I have up there in Bonners Ferry. So this is something that I can do for you, and I would love to be given the opportunity to take a look into things. That being said, I have another area that I would like to go into explaining. So that's everything when it comes to content. Now I'm going to dive into backlinks. When it comes to backlinks, Google looks for credibility with websites because they don't want to be ranking some spammy website on the first page of Google in the top 3 Google Map pack. That would not be good on Google's reputation. So backlinks are something that's kind of like a popularity vote. You want to have a lot of backlinks, but you don't want just quantity. You also want good quality backlinks. So what are backlinks? A great example of this is, when you're reading a blog. For example, my husband's a hunter. We do elk chili in the fall, and every fall I'll try like a new chili. So I'll search up an elk chili recipe. when I'm reading that blog and it's like, click this link to read the best elk chili recipe, and I click that link is taking me back to that person's website. That is a backlink. So you want to have those for your website, but you don't want to have it coming from companies that aren't even in your industry. For example, you don't want Papa Murphy's sending people back to your website, because people are out there looking for pizza, not insulation. So you want both quantity and quality. So right now you have about 5 backlinks, and you have about 3 keywords, and you have 0 traffic volume coming into your website. And then we look over here at your competitor, which is Pacific Insulation, but their domain name is Insulation Spokane. They have 206 keywords. They have 127 people coming to their website every month, and they have 456 backlinks. So the goal is to outrank your competition in backlinks. You want to get more backlinks than them. You want to get up to like 500, but you also want good quality backlinks. That's going to show Google like, hey, I'm more popular than this company, therefore I should be in the first spot. That's everything when it comes to backlinks. Another thing to look into are called citations. What citations are, it's where other directories on the internet are referencing your business by its name, address, and phone number. So for example, Angie's List, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor. And it's the same popularity ranking system. You want to have more citations than your competitor does. So Insulation or Pacific Insulation has about 22 citations. I believe that you just have a few. So you would want to go out and just get more citations than your competitor does, and that will help you with your Google Business Profile specifically. Citations are more for your Google Business Profile, backlinks are for your website. So in a nutshell, this is everything that I would be able to do for you and help you with. I hope that this information was valuable to you. Again, I'm right over here in Rathdrum, Idaho, so I'm very close by. I'm going to send you my calendar link, so if you'd like to sit down with me in person and discuss what partnering with me on this would look like, we can meet down at the Croc in Coeur d'Alene, or we can do a Zoom call or even a phone call. So whatever works out best for you. God bless you, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.